A female tourist has been repatriated to her home country after violating protocols. The government decided on a pilot phase of the reopening of the tourism sector, granted that visitors undergo mandatory quarantine and remain at COVID-19 certified hotels. However, there have been some 3 incidents where visitors have ventured off the confines of hotels. In a July 23rd incident, one particular tourist disregarded health measures despite numerous warnings. The visitor, after being placed in a public quarantine facility, was escorted to a plane at the HIA on July 24th. Tourism Minister Dominic Fede made the disclosure during a press conference on Tuesday.
Some hotels have actually employed the services of police officers and former police officers to assist in improving their security as well. There was one tourist who was seen in public, and despite the many efforts to caution her, we are aware that the law enforcement officials had to take the bull by the horns and actually place that individual in institutional quarantine and then repatriate her back to her home country.
What of the hotel where the visitor stayed?
Security officers do not have powers of arrest, and it is only with the cooperation of police officers that they can actually take that kind of action to prevent someone or arrest them if they are in breach of a specific law. So hotels are limited by how they can respond to such a situation. But when you get the cooperation of the hotel, you can't hold them at fault.
Meanwhile, visitors who fail to present a negative PCR test upon arrival will be required to pay for the test, effective Wednesday, July 29th, 2020.
We have had a previous notum, which is the communication that go to the airlines. And in that previous notum, there was one clause which said that you get tested before you come, but in the event you're not tested before you come, you have to be tested at the airport. So we give visitors the option. But we have now removed that option for them to be tested on island. We were working on trying to get individuals to pay on this for quite some time, but making sure that you are in adherence and compliance to the accounting principles of government, it takes some time.
Returning nationals who do not take the test in the country of embarkation will also be required to pay for the PCR test. The cost of the test is US $100. Visitors must also have a confirmed reservation at a COVID-19 hotel or government-run facility. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.